Another Friday of mass protests gripped Egypt nationwide. General Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the defense minister, had called on Egyptians to go out in large numbers against terrorism and violence in order to give the army a mandate to deal with the perpetrators of violence. Hundreds of thousands from all walks of life took to Tahrir and outside the presidential palace in support of the army and against the Muslim Brotherhood. Protesters said that they stand fully with Egyptian security forces in their fight against terror.
I'm here today to give a mandate to the army. Al-Sisi and his army have borne a lot, and we all should support him. Al-Sisi bet on his people, and he challenged the whole world for our sake, so we can't let him down.
On another front, the anti-coup alliance, led by the Muslim Brotherhood, staged large protests as well against Sisi's speech. Anti-coup protesters said that Sisi is a traitor and that his latest speech signals a security crackdown on Islamic forces in Egypt, what they said they will not accept.
The coup led by Al-Sisi is lamentable. What I know is that in any democratic country, a democratically elected president must leave office either through elections. No respectable country recognized the coup.
Security has been stepped up across the country. Military forces and APCs secured the entrance of Tahrir Square and other protest areas. But clashes, however, did take place between pro- and anti-Morsi protesters in Alexandria, leaving several people dead and many more injured as street fights continued throughout the night. 7 police and military targets were attacked in North Sinai simultaneously, followed by intense fighting between militants and security forces and news of fatalities and injuries among security. Hours before protesters started taking to the streets, Egyptian state media announced that former President Mohamed Morsi has been officially charged with espionage and ordered to be detained for 15 days pending investigations. Morsi has been held incommunicado since his ouster June 3rd, and his supporters as well as international powers have been calling for his release. The Egyptian Minister of Interior stated that the Cairo pro-Morsi sit-ins will be legally ended soon, indicating that security forces might attempt to break the sit-ins, which have been going on for weeks.
Friday's protests were among the biggest Egypt has ever seen, but the crowds on the street has not settled the complex political situation, and many here are wondering what's next for Egypt. Karim Gamaluddin, Press TV, Cairo.